Hey everyone, doing something a little bit different this week. We're gonna go outside, get outside. Don't worry, still stay away from people and head to the range. But it's good to get some practice on the firearms, but there's also some application to it as well that I'll talk about a little bit later. But for now, let's go shoot. I've got my Ruger 1022 with a Vortex scope on it, and I might also be shooting my Sig P365. All right. Okay, so we're out here now, and just remember as well, anytime you're on the range, to always shoot safely and follow all safety practices whenever you're using a firearm.
Yeah.
All right, so we're probably about 100 yards away, and I'm not sure how well this thing is zeroed in at 100 yards, but we'll give it a shot and adjust
No
from
pun
there.
intended.
Haha, that's my wife, Kelly, providing the narration and commentary. Well, it's a little bit windy here anyway, so the target's kind of blowing around a little bit. That was actually pretty close, so not bad. It's good to get out and do some practice. Okay, we're on target. It's sighted in for about 50 yards and accurate. So I'll take a couple more, and then I'll let Kelly shoot a few rounds off as well. Okay, going safe. All right, we'll let Kelly take a few rounds.
I don't think I got anywhere. Oh wait, I hit one of them. They're not all three lined up anymore. I didn't get it.
They're close to the left.
I got it. Did you see that? I got it. You got one. Got it. Got it. I got that one too. I think I got like right next to it. I think I got it a little. Oh yeah, it broke. It's just a little piece broke. Yep. Got it again. There we go.
All right, so we shot the 1022, and I think Kelly shot more than me, did a better job than me, but that's okay, that's good. I'm gonna shoot my Sig P365 now, and we'll see how I do. All right.
He has a permit.
Yes, I do have my New York State handgun permit.
Eric was right. It is fun to shoot things, especially when you get the target, and especially when you hit more targets than your husband does.
All right, so we spent some time out on the range today, and it was good to get out and do some practice. And anytime you're using firearms, rifles, handguns, whatever it might be, make sure you're doing it safely. But it's important to practice. I like to go hunting in the fall. And hopefully do some turkey hunting here next month as well. We'll see. Maybe I'll even get a turkey. Who knows? But anyway, it's important to get out and practice so that you're ready, so that you're proficient with the guns that you're using. But one of the things that we talk about in the Soldier's Creed is maintaining yourself, maintaining your arms, and maintaining your equipment. And that has to do with being ready, being ready as a soldier and all the soldier kind of tasks that you do. But that has a spiritual application as well. Paul, in his letter to the Corinthians, and this is 1 Corinthians chapter 9, end of chapter 9, he writes, "Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one receives the prize? So run that you may obtain it. Every athlete exercises self-control in all things. They do it to receive a perishable wreath, but we an imperishable. So I do not run aimlessly. I do not box as one beating the air, but I discipline my body and keep it under control, lest after preaching to others, I myself should be disqualified." So really, one of the main things that Paul is talking about in those couple verses there is self-discipline, and that has to do with practice, spiritual practices. You want to make sure that you're ready. If you as a soldier go into battle and you're not ready, you're not going to be setting yourself up for good things. That's why we talk about physical fitness all the time. But if you train, if you're ready, then you're going to have a better chance at winning that battle, whatever it might be. The same goes for your spiritual life. Spiritual practices are important. So I want to encourage you to make that a habit, and because it's important for your overall well-being, your overall health, but most importantly, it's important for you and your relationship with God and being healthy spiritually. So I want to encourage you to do those spiritual practices and exercise those things, because you want to be ready, you want to be spiritually fit at all times. So that's important. Reading scripture, praying, those are a couple things, but you can mix it up. Even when you're doing physical exercises like running or walking or rucking or whatever it might be, pray during those times. Use those times to talk to God. You can listen to music, praise music, worship music, those kinds of things. That's all spiritual practices, and it's important. So I'm going to encourage you, just like my wife and I went out and practiced with the rifle. And Kelly did better than I did, but that's okay. And that's good. It's good for her. It's important for you to practice spiritual practices as well. So be encouraged and take care of yourself this week. All right. Bye.